Somebody, you know him, you love him. Give it up for Turk, everybody. How we doing tonight? Listen, I got to tell you a little story. You know, people out there who don't know me, I'm kind of the dog guy. And many months ago, I found out that I was eligible for a service dog. So I went to the VA and they gave me a battery of tests, okay, to see if I qualified, and I do. But listen, I have ADHD, okay, asthma, arthritis, allergies, cancer, cystic fibrosis. What the fuck is cystic fibrosis, okay? I had no idea that was even a real thing, okay? Serious. I thought it was kind of like St. Jude's or Children's Hospital, you know? But depression, all right? Myocardial dyskinesia, okay? Prader-Willi syndrome. Do you know what Prader-Willi syndrome is? Okay? Let me tell you what. I wish that people, when I was younger, okay, my family especially, would realize that I had this because, see, I'm from New York, and at one point they're supposed to have like the greatest education system, but people like me, they didn't have all of these different categories to put people in. So, like me, it was either you're an idiot, a moron, or you're stupid, okay? And so, you know, I got left back in second grade. Okay? And a lot of my friends, they thought I got left back because they thought I had the hots for Mrs. Eisenberg. But that wasn't the case, right? No, I was just not all that smart because the Prader-Willi syndrome is when the brain doesn't really develop all that much. But I graduated 875th out of my high school graduation class of 900. So I beat 25 people. Do the math. And so I graduated stupid, so my grandparents were very excited because I probably reached my full potential. But then I had OCD, osteoporosis, okay, scoliosis, okay, and wait till you hear this one, vaginal agenesis. Listen, believe me, I don't have a vagina, okay, but do you know what vaginal agenesis is? That's when a woman's vagina, okay, doesn't fully develop, okay, it just kind of stays tiny. Well, shit, I would have loved to have known that because my penis is so small. Okay? And so if I was younger and I knew that there were women out with vaginal agenesis, I would have tried to hook up with them because, you know, little penis, little vagina, they would have been happy. We both would have been happy, right? Instead, I was embarrassed my whole life with needle dick. Are you serious? And occasional lower back pain. So, I went to the VA to pick my dog up, right? Okay? And when I get there, there's two dogs. And I said, I'm not thinking much about this. But the guy comes over and I said, you know, I only get the service dog. He goes, no. He said, you got to take the therapy dog too. And I said, what the fuck am I taking the therapy dog for? Only want the service dog. He says, well, the therapy dog is for a service dog. And I said, why is that? Well, the service dog has OCD, depression, anxiety, scoliosis, and the occasional lower back pain. I'm telling you, after a couple of months, okay, my life was totally turned upside down because my third dog now, okay, became depressed. I had to get that fucker an emotional support animal. So I got him a ferret. The ferret wanted a hamster. The hamster wanted a gerbil. The gerbil got a squirrel. Now the squirrel got a parrot. But here's the worst part. The parrot fucking stuttered, right? And I had to go in the speech coach. And the speech coach was another fucked up vet who got his animal from the same VA I did. And he comes over and he's got this whole soiree of animals with him. And I'll tell you, with everything together, it was like a swinging soiree on the ark. It was a total mess. But listen, I have to close here now, all right? But here's the deal. I know that my house is now filled with fur, paws, and claws, and my next reunion will definitely be in a fucking barn. And I can see in the future that I'm probably going to wind up with an alpaca who has vaginal agenesis, insomnia, and the occasional lower back pain. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.